Welcome to the best lag you'll ever see in Fallout New Vegas. This is in real time. This isn't slowed down or anything. And that would be my companion, Arcade. It's a very odd name.
Hello?
Just gonna wander around in a little circle. It only seems to be around this area, which if I manage to get my Pip-Boy up... I have pressed circle, by the way.
Press it again.
Button mash it. There aren't even any sound effects right now for the Pip-Boy coming up. I don't even want to try and switch from first person to third person, on fear that my console might explode.
And just to clarify, this was a brand new purchase, wasn't it?
Yep, they're top of the line at the point anyway. I'm pretty sure there'll be a newer model. I'll just show the model. It's got a cooler thing, that's the blue thing underneath it, so it doesn't overheat or whatever.
Overheat seems to
which
prevent this stuff happening.
We specifically got for this game, this and Fallout 3, for the big, very big games that do
break down the console.
yeah,
often.
you do need to restart them. Still no Pip-Boy.
And it's not crashed because there is still a blinker.
Yep. And the music wouldn't be continuously carrying on with cuts in the middle. It would have simply either carried on or stopped. Well, if that doesn't work, I suppose I'll continue walking on. It doesn't like my Pip-Boy so much. Go up to the door. That says where we are. We're at Camp Forlorn Hope in the command centre. Go inside, and hopefully the lag will have magically disappeared. Fingers crossed. I have pressed X. There we go. You have to button mash it.
Still doesn't work on the Pip-Boy though.
No, it really doesn't like the Pip-Boy. All of this started when a bloatfly attacked and the doctor ran away from the town. And it just so happens to be right next to the first DLC of the Grand Sierra Madre package, next to the BOS bunker. Hoping that it would have gone, because it seems to be alright when you're out of the outside. Nope, seems to... Oh no, there we are, look, back to normal.
Patrolling the Mojave almost
See?
makes you wish for a nuclear winter.
You just have to steer clear of that damn area.
The outside.
Back already?
And everything's perfectly fine.
Doc,
We've got to go back outside. And the normal loading. Should probably mention up to speed that there have been a lot of problems with this game, with lag, with code work, with general details. It is a carbon copy clone of Fallout 3. It seems to be a copy and paste job, very much so, but this is probably the worst thing I've come across so far. I have heard about bad lag, but I have never seen anything this bad, not even in the really old games.
No.
Not even when we had dial-up, you know. This is awful. and especially for a game that's supposed to be smooth running and was released, you
or
know,
even because it's
fairly recently.
so carbon copy. Because there are a lot of faults of Fallout 3, but it never got this bad.
You seem to be running a little bit better this time. Oh no, it's just
You know, it's still kind of stop motion animation.
not that I'm disrespecting stop motion in that manner, because that is awesome, but not in a game that's come from, you know, this generation.
With this much money pumped into
Yeah,
it.
exactly. From what they earned from Fallout 3, they should have been able to make a
Well,
fantastic
and 1 and 2.
new game. You know, with Fallout 3 alone, they should have been able to fund a fantastically new game, new appearance, new details, new characters, and a better performance. And what I've been stuck with is this piece of shit.
I would say, I know they've said a lot about understanding all the flaws, and so if, like, Fallout 4 or 5, whatever it will be, because, you know, this might go the GTA route.
Probably will, yeah.
So if the official Fallout 4 comes out and it's using the same engine, I'd definitely say boycott it. Because this is an obvious sign the engine used for these games is fucked. It can't cope with this much technology.
Oh, I just span a bit too far. The odd thing is trying to navigate something that's suffering from extreme lag is very difficult. My companion has died apparently 3 or 4 times due to lag in this game alone, which is very annoying because I am on hardcore mode, so they don't pass out, they just die. And obviously Arcade has a side mission attached to him, and I'm trying to move. Arcade has a side mission attached to him, and whenever he dies it comes up mission failed, and I'm trying to get all the trophies and or achievements for this game, which obviously makes it kind of impossible when he keeps dying due to lag.
Where is it you're heading now?
I'm heading towards my waypoint, which is over by these fine folk. I believe a mine just went off somewhere. Very slowly. You should probably insert the one small step for science or whatever, and one giant leap for mankind. But this is, honestly, this is ridiculous. This is what you'd expect from a very poorly funded game
Well, no, I'd
that
say it's
sells for
a budget
$150
game.
in a retro game shop. This much lag wasn't even around when I was playing that game with the 2 things at the side and the ball that went in the middle, and that
Pong.
was, what, a 70s game? That's old, that. Now let's see what conversation's like outside of a tent. I have pressed X on him. I'm waiting for it to load, but I shall button mash for the sake of button mashing.
I've heard of you. Glad to have you on our side.
I can't skip most of this dialogue because when I press X, by the time I've pressed it, he's already said the full sentence, so I'm not really getting away from anything so much as just having to listen. But I've heard it a million times before. Again, I have pressed X. It's a really skimpy outfit. Who's she supposed to be?
I don't know. He just looks weird though.
Who's that guy? He looks like a devil.
That would be the bad guy of the new one, I think. Along with Kevin Bacon.
Still waiting on a response from Yada. I have pressed X, as I said before.
And I should have heard button mashing about 40 seconds ago.
Am I the only one that thinks that outfit's a bit skimpy? And she's got very weird hips and belly. An alright rack, though. See, that's the kind of size my tits should be. Mystique looks very manly. That body build. Very masculine.
Mm-hmm.
Do some more button mash.
We don't have many
Hey!
troops. We can only attack from one direction. Where should we focus the attack?
My ass.
North it is. Reports also say they might have some NCR hostages. If that's true, we need to do what we can to save them. So stay sharp. Our
I would if I bloody could.
Legion leader at Nelson. Intel has the commander as one Dead Sea. I've uploaded his last known location to your Pip-Boy.
Start watching CCTV
Let's move out.
footage.
I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna wait for it to zoom out before I press start then. Diddle-diddle. Ah! Again, ladies and gentlemen, in real time.
As you can probably tell from the camera shaking.
Yeah, Matt's not a very good cameraman.
Yeah, no one has an itch.
I'll scratch it then. You call that an itch? He just lightly poked his knee.
And scratched other places. I'm thirsty. This is about a minute and a half since you pressed pause.
I should get a stopwatch for this kind of shit. I have to press start again in hopes that it'll reconnect with the disc, and maybe the disc will realise that I pressed start.
This is fun.
Product placement.
Okay, remove the product placement.
Well, it seems to be in everything nowadays. Don't worry, I have pressed start.
I know you have. I was there. It's weird, this is annoying because both less now that we're recording it and seeing how long it's taking.
It's taking twice as long as it was when I was getting angry at it, yeah. But I'll probably end up sending something like this to
Bethesda.
yeah, and making a formal complaint. Ah, that.
Very Peter Griffin.
The game seems to have taken a very porno route. It made brief groans, which you may or may not have heard. That wasn't me, for that would make no sense. And it certainly wasn't Matt. At least I don't think. Come on, I pressed start 4 times. Meh.
About 4 minutes ago.
Hey! give my console a rest for a little while. But I'll put this up on YouTube so other people can be weary of the DLC, because maybe that's what's affecting it, or generally hasty before buying the game on a PS3, because again, it doesn't seem to want to work. And obviously I'm gonna see if I can send it to Bethesda and see if they can either make an apology, something, anything, promise to get it working. I don't know what I can get from them, and I'm kind of hoping that something will come of it, but I doubt it will.
No, that's an interesting point you raised. Did you do this mission before I bought the DLC?
Yes.
And did you ever have this problem?
I've had lag with it in the past, yes, but not as overwhelming as this. Like I said, it's right next to the BOS bunker in which you go in to get to the Sierra Madre. And it's a very coincidental thing. Perhaps it's not a coincidence. But all the same, I have had lag like this, but definitely not as bad as this. So, just to anyone who is thinking of getting the game, you know, or whatever, I've heard okay things from the Xbox side of things.
No, I've heard it's the exact same.
Well, I've heard from a few of my friends that it's a bit better on the Xbox than it is on the PS3. I'm not sure why.
Just seems luck of the draw on what.
Well, yeah, we've also heard there's a lot of bad batches that were released, which also begs the question of why would you allow a shipment of bad batches? You know.
Well, I'm guessing we just got one of the bad batches.
Yeah, just make sure you look into everything before you waste your money on something like this. You know, really look into it.
And if you have any glitches near any where the other DLCs you reckon will be placed, or the new DLC, we haven't played that, you know, link a video to this or something.
Yeah, definitely. And if you find that they're as annoying as this strangely arousing glitch is, do send it, you know, do make a complaint to the producers, the game makers, the designers, anyone you can think of. Make a complaint, make it heard, make it known, and it will eventually, because of the criticism, manage to improve. It's just that people complain, but never really complain directly to anyone. So you need to be heard, otherwise nothing is going to happen about it, and it is going to carry on like this for a very long time. So I would say, if it really annoys you, if it is unnecessarily there, make a complaint no matter how small, and that's how people can better themselves in anything. So, do make complaints.
Everything?
Yeah, that's about everything.